Your brain can physically rewire itself in 72 hours. Not months. Not your 72 hours. But almost nobody is ever told this, because the self-improvement industry needs you to keep buying. What neuroscience actually shows is this: your brain doesn't need more time. It needs the right trigger, at the right moment, repeated in the right sequence. Most people never find it. Today you will. By the end of this video, you'll have a neuroscience-backed, 3-day framework you can start right now. No equipment, no experience, just 3 days and a decision. Here's why most self-improvement attempts collapse before they even get started. And it has nothing to do with willpower. The real problem is a misunderstanding of how the brain actually changes. Most people treat transformation like a motivation problem. They wait to feel ready, inspired, or disciplined enough. But your brain doesn't work on feelings, it works on patterns. Neuroscience has a word for the brain's ability to physically rewire itself, based on repeated experience, neuroplasticity. And the key word there is repeated, not prolonged, not painful, repeated. Your brain is constantly reshaping itself in response to what you consistently do, think, and feel. The 3-day challenge works because it's built around exactly that mechanism, using repetition, deliberate discomfort, and reward signals within a compressed window to trigger real neurological change. This isn't motivation, this is precision. So if the brain is genuinely capable of change, why do most people fail to make it happen? The answer is uncomfortable. But it's not what you think, it's not laziness, it's not weakness, it's strategy. Most people chase motivation instead of building systems. And motivation is the most unreliable brain state you could ever bet your change on. Think about the last time you felt genuinely inspired to transform something in your life. You started strong. You were consistent for 2, maybe 3 days. Then life interrupted, the feeling faded, and without that feeling, the behavior collapsed with it. Sound familiar? That's not a character flaw. That's a neurological pattern. Your brain is wired to conserve energy, resist unfamiliar discomfort, and return to what it already knows. Motivation feels like fuel, but it burns out fast, and the moment it does, your brain defaults straight back to autopilot. Here's the shift that changes everything. Most people think they need to feel ready before they can change. Neuroscience says the opposite action creates readiness, not the other way around. The feeling follows the behavior, never the other way around. That's the entire game. So what actually works? Here's where everything shifts. The reason 72-hour micro-challenges are uniquely powerful isn't motivation, it's neuroscience. Your brain has a short-term plasticity window, a period where new neural connections are most vulnerable to being formed or abandoned. 3 days sits perfectly inside that window, long enough to create a recognizable pattern, short enough to feel genuinely achievable. That balance is everything, and the challenge is built around 3 specific levers that exploit exactly how your brain responds to change. First, compression, focused, intentional action inside a tight time window, forces your brain to pay attention. Second, contrast, when you deliberately disrupt the default behavior, your brain flags that disruption as significant and starts encoding it differently. Third, repetition, 3 consistent repetitions of a new behavior begin laying the early architecture of a neural pathway. Think about it this way. A 30-day habit challenge asks your brain to trust you for a month. A 3-day challenge asks it to trust you until Thursday. One feels impossible. One feels obvious. Same brain, different ask. That's not a small distinction. That's the entire reason this works when everything else hasn't. Now let's build the actual challenge. 3 days, 3 distinct moves, each one designed around how your brain responds to change. Day 1 is disruption. Your only job today is to break one automatic behavior, not replace it yet, just interrupt it. If you reach for your phone the moment you wake up, don't. If you default to skipping your morning walk, go anyway. The action itself matters less than the signal it sends. You're telling your brain the autopilot is off. That disruption alone is neurologically significant. Day 2 is replacement. Today you install something new in the exact same time slot you disrupted yesterday. Anchor it directly to an existing routine. After your coffee, before your shower, right after lunch. Specificity matters here. The brain doesn't bond to vague intentions. It bonds to precise, repeated sequences. Day 3 is reinforcement. Review what you did. Reflect on the shift, however small. Then deliberately celebrate it, not performance. Real acknowledgement. That triggers a dopamine response that chemically strengthens the new neural pathway you've been building. Here's your 3-line framework to screenshot right now. Day 1. Disrupt one default behavior. Day 2, replace it with one specific new action. Day 3, reflect, acknowledge, and reinforce. The goal isn't perfection, it's proof. Proof to your brain that change is something you're actually capable of. Your brain isn't broken, it's just running old software. And 3 days is all it needs to start installing something new. You've just watched the framework. You understand the science. Now the only thing left is the decision. So here is your challenge. Drop a comment right now with the one behavior you rate disrupting this week, not tomorrow, right now. That comment is your day 1 signal. And if you want to know how to sustain this rewire past day 3, how to make it permanent instead of temporary, subscribe, because that's exactly what the next video covers. The hard part isn't starting. You already did that by watching this far.